afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Undercover ET UK. And today we have got two extremely special videos to show you. One showing our hat saucer shaped UFO out of Oklahoma making its rounds the next day. Well done, Ben, and thank you, Robert, at Custodian File, for sharing that with us. And we've also got another one from just south of Oklahoma, East Texas, Palestine Lake. It seems to all be happening in these two areas at the moment. And that video, I'll be honest, folks, out of all the videos I've done, out of all the captures that I talk about, this video is the most bizarrest video I've ever seen in all my life. It doesn't show the source of UFO as such. It shows about 25 to 30 objects. That's just a guess, swarming right across the sky, and it's absolutely insane. So we're going to get into it, but first we're going to start with Oklahoma, folks. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. This channel is all about disclosure. It's all about bringing out the truth and finding out what's out there. And you can join us on our Facebook group as well. So you can go on to Undercover ET. You can find me on Facebook, join me, follow me, and you'll also find our page as well, Undercover ET page, which I'm just trying to find now for you. There it is, Undercover ET UK UFO/UAP evidence. We've got 48 members at the moment. They're all really interested in what's going on. Some people are posting, and this is something I'm about to show you right now. But yeah, we've got lots of information on there. It's public at the moment. It will be closed off soon. So please get involved, upload your evidence, and we are going to analyse it and stick it on the channel if it's worth doing. Okay, straight into it. Oklahoma. And we have got... This is the still capture from Oklahoma. Really, really good photo, and again it looks so similar to what we saw the previous day, just at a different angle. You can see the shape of it, the curvature of it. You can see that it's kind of rounded off, but I still feel like it might have like a round sort of look to it, but it's the outside of it might be triangular. I'm not 100% certain on that, folks, but I do suspect that it looks like there's a frame over this. You see? Who knows? Who knows, folks? We're going to look at the video. This was yesterday's enhanced video, so enhanced picture. It's a straight on from the previous clip. If anyone hasn't watched it, I suggest you go back and watch that one first. But that is a really, really good clip, and yeah, we've got a frontal video, a frontal screenshot of the object, and we've managed to get an AI enhanced video. And this was done, AI enhanced photo, and this was done by Robert Shape at Custodian File. So thank you for that. This was also sent in from Custodian File, so big thanks. And it's an awesome clip, Ben. You need to crack on with this. Keep going, mate. Just keep going. You know, once the footage is over to Robert, he can analyse it, interpolate it, and it's just absolutely amazing footage. Now, what I like to do, folks, I always preach, don't I, like, there should be smaller objects, that these things are never alone. Look out for the orbs, look out for the smaller black objects, and, you know, that normally tells us if it's a legit or not. So that's what I want to do here. I want to try and figure out if this is the footage that we're looking for. And to do that, yeah, it is already. Straight away, look. Straight away, we've got an object here that I didn't see in the first clip, and I actually, before noticing this one, there's one down here as well, and I'm going to just quickly go back a little bit. See here? Watch where this cursor is. Boom. Just a smidge, and then it must move up here. Yeah. Boom, boom. So this is totally legit. 100% legitimate, because my theory has been correct on every single occasion when someone sends me what they claim to be credible evidence. We look for the objects that are flying with the UAPs that we're clearly seeing in the sky. And absolutely amazing, Ben. I'm going to confirm if you haven't already confirmed in your own mind, or if Robert hasn't done it already. There are UFOs flying wherever you're filming in Oklahoma, and folks, you can see he's filming a plane. Just the obvious thing to do is to film the plane, because that's what these UAPs are going to take note of. And yeah, absolutely amazing. Look at it. Look at it. It's just so cool. It's just so cool, folks. And furthermore, we've actually got I've actually got this enhanced. So I did a still shot earlier and enhanced it with the AI, and this is what I came up with for that object that we've just seen in that video. So absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Right, folks, we have to get onto the crazy stuff. I mean, as if it's not crazy enough, right? We're dealing with all these UFOs and things, but if we go south now from Oklahoma down to East Texas, you'll find a place called Lake Palestine, and you'll find a man called Tony Franklin. And for anyone who watched the previous videos, Tony sent me in 10 videos. I would say 7 of them were, at least 6 of them were taken on the day, and he just sent them to me. I was giving him instructions. He was just taking a video, sending them on to me. I was analysing them, and virtually every single video he sent, there was something, you know, an orb, something dark just zipping across the screen that was very small, but there was something in every clip. So I did a video on it because it seemed like they were right on him. And you know, he then informed me. We had a few conversations, and the day after I put up the first video, we had more conversations. And yeah, he's got other footage from previous months, previous times, and he decided to send this one on to me. And honestly, we've only got time for this one because we're going to spend some time on it. Now, I've labelled it up as the fairy vid. And I'll be honest with you folks, the reason why I call it the fairy vid is because there's a moment in this clip where I thought I saw a fairy. And I don't even believe in fairies and mythical creatures of any sort. But this is insane. We've got multiple objects zipping through the air, and a lot of people will go, well, they're bugs. In a minute, well, for anyone who knows their video, I don't know white bugs that light up that brightly. And there are UAP in there as well. There's real quick flashes of light. There's orbs. There's also the black UAP with the jet signature either side, and you can see it flickering as it's moving through the air. And we're gonna look at all of that now, folks. So that was the clip. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna slow it down because we really need to. There's just no way of seeing everything without slowing it down. So that clearly we've got a lens flare there. You can see he's on the ground. The sun's right on him. He's pointing the camera right at the sun. So we do have a lens flare. But once that goes, it's clear as day what we're seeing. We've got all these objects just flying through the air. Now, some would they be birds? No, because some of them are barely visible, and some are really visible, and they're different sizes. None of them are flapping wings. That I could, honestly, like, it's just not consistent with birds what I'm seeing right here. Look. It's just weird. And now we're at a point where this thing is actually getting close enough to the lens. We've also got a black orb here. I'm not sure if you can see that, folks, but I'm just going to zoom in, do my normal thing, because it will look very similar to what I've done in the past. There you go, object. And this is flying through the air with these things, folks. And this is what I would consider a UAP. Okay, so, and bearing in mind, Tony has been in the back garden the last 2 days filming these things. So he's actually filming for the contrails that the planes are leaving, and he didn't suspect the UFO thing only a few days ago when he saw a little flicker of light in the sky, and then he came across my channel and my post, and the rest is history. But anyway, I call it the fairy UAP or the fairy video because look, we've got something here that resembles like a fairy. I can't really tell you for sure what it is, but it does resemble a fairy of sorts, or an angel. Like, it just resembles something like that, folks. That's all I can't really tell you much more than that. It's just the weirdest thing, right? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. What I'll do is I'll whack it through the AI enhancer, and I'll do this with a few images just to see, you know, UAP Texas, just to see what we get here. Oh, it's a weird thing, this video, and we're only just starting to analyse it. I really need your help with it, folks. If you've got a better idea than I have, let me know in the comments. I know it's not birds. I mean, that's no help at all, is it? Whatever the AI's done with that. That's the weirdest thing ever. That's weird, eh? That is just weird. That's what we're seeing, folks. It looks like a camera. It looks like a camera. But it's just flying through the air. I don't get it. Anyway, let me know what you think, folks. Let me know what you think. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, because I tell you what, we've got to do an enhancement on the contrast and stuff and brightness yet before we leave this video. It's what's happening here. Something's just flown right past the lens. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on in the skies here, folks? What is that? UAP, plasma jet. What's that? I tell you what, folks, that is as blurry can be, but that's alright. This is what we've got to do. We're going to do it. Weirdest video I've ever come across. I'll be honest with you guys. It's the weirdest video I've ever come across. It's got like a metallic look to it. It's shining. It's reflecting light off the bottom here. There's an object here, and it's just giving off this this what we can only describe as a plasma jet of sorts. But what a weird picture that we've got here, folks. That's just so strange. Anyway, let's keep going. It moves up the screen. It darts off, and in fact, just as it darts off, it's so fast. Something flashes right across here. I can't even believe we're ignoring these white objects that are now floating across, but there's just so much that we've got to analyse. There's a white flash, and this is what we saw in the last video, and it almost reminds me of what we saw in Wales with the portal. Just the flicker of light. Now, let's see. That's really strange, folks, and like I guess the portals may not always be visible if you're not at the right angle to see them, because where this person is stood, where Tony Franklin is stood now, he could be right in the middle of a portal, and that's why he's not getting a good view of a portal, because there's enough activity going on right now to suggest he might have been. That's absolutely insane. And what is this that comes in after? What's that? That looks like it's got some body to it. It's hard to... I'm pushing it with that sort of a zoom. But, you know. Let's see what we get with this one, folks. There's some incredible things going on in this clip, and a lot of them. And we've got to get down to the nitty gritty and try and figure out what these things are. At least get good images of them so that we can try and identify the different ones. Or that is literally what we're seeing, isn't it? It's literally what we're seeing there. It looks like something dark underneath it. If you're on a big screen, you'll be able to see what I'm seeing a bit clearer. And it kind of shows up here, but that's just unbelievable. Let's keep going, and you can see clearly it moves. And where does it even go? Do we know where it goes? I'll tell you what I'll do at the end of this video. I'll play it in slow-mo just one time, like extra slow-mo, because we already are in slow-mo. Object in the cloud. Is that these? Definitely looks more orby, this one now, doesn't it? Hard to say, but incredible. We've got all sorts of flickers of light coming through this clip as well. Objects all over the place. It's just insane. It's enough to keep any analyst busy for ages. This flicker of light here, I'm really feeling a portal. Or these things have just come out of a portal, because there seems to be a lot. There seems to be a lot. There's little flickers here, look, and here. Is that it there? Is that the portal here that we're just seeing here as the camera's moving? It was there, and then... Oh my lord. I think there is, you know, folks. Tony, I think you've caught a portal. Which you have. You have. And it explains all the activity. Look here. And this is just one. Keep an eye on the area there. You see the flickers of light? And it does make a bit of a circle in a moment. It's not clear like the one in Wales, or as, I mean, mind you, that what I just saw there was, let's see if I can make an accurate judgment on. Okay, that is just that's just another object that appears here and just shoots up. Yeah, this, I think there is, you know. Oh wow, do you know what it is? This light here that we're seeing, it is the portal. Oh my god, you're just so close to it, it's ridiculous. Literally, you're so close to it, it's ridiculous, folks. So, how can I explain this? Okay, excuse me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you the video that I've recorded. 50% slow, 50% slower. I think this is the best thing I can do to show you guys that there's a portal there. And honestly, folks, hand on heart, I just found this. I've been flipping it more all day, more at the fact that these things look like fairies, some of them. And look, you can see why I thought that. Look at how they're just weird. And there's one at the end as well. It really does look like a fairy, but I feel like there's a portal here, and I've been saying it, and now I feel like I've found it, and I will be able to demonstrate it if it's there. Yeah. So we're at this moment now. You see this? How this? Oh. Right, the great thing is, where I've recorded this and slowed it down, I can slow it down some more. Gee. Okay, this is how I can show it, and better yet, I can change the contrast. That doesn't help, but that might. Okay, so anything that shows up now is a black mark, and this here could well be what I'm talking about. I think it is. So the black marks that are sporadically showing up are the edges of the portal. You see here? They're actually white in the video. Now as we keep going, and I've slowed it right down, so I'm hoping it demonstrates it without me starting. You're looking for the black marks that suddenly appear that form a circle, and it might be, it could be, see here, these are objects moving through the video, yeah? The ones that appear and flicker and then just vanish, this is portal. This is portal action. And what's happening is, it's not fully visible all the time. That's an object that's moving through. It's not a portal that's visible all the time, but when it is visible, you see it twist and turn. And I think we will. I think we will be. I'm just going to try and demonstrate it the best way possible. I just feel like, Tony, wherever this is, where you're situated at this moment, the portals, see that? The portal there is showing up. in a second. So these are objects, okay? But the portal here, see? And then this thing vanishes. It's literally this is part of the circle. The portal is a circle, and this just showed part of the circle. And that's what I'm saying. See again? And it's kind of like you're facing the plane like this, and the portal's kind of like that. So you're not seeing the proper circular formation of it because it's slightly at an angle. So you're getting glimpses of the edges of the wheel. Just see do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's more like this, like a planet, like the rings around Saturn. Yeah, and I feel like it's going like this on the screen, almost making a donut around the trail. Yeah, so if you're looking at the contrail, just imagine an invisible donut circling around this contrail. Does that make sense? That's what I feel like is happening based on what I'm seeing. And I'm going to reset it now and just play it again in... I honestly, like, when I did this for the Wales video, I felt like playing it slow mode didn't show it as well as playing it in real time. Now I've explained it, let's see if anyone can see what I'm talking about. Look for the flashes of light circling like this at a different angle to what you would expect. You'll see it's like lightning. It's like lightning. See that, folks, in the centre? Look, imagine it around... I'm going to play it again. Just picture the contrails. Yeah, like look at the contrails and just picture a donut ring, like a lightning donut ring going around the contrails. And it would have to be at the angle that the contrail would be going through the middle of the ring, like the portal. That's what I feel like's happening. I'm not saying these things have come from the portal, but that's what I feel like I'm seeing right now. Not saying that that's completely right, but the flickers of light that are disappearing are all situated in a similar area. And honestly, folks, the last time I saw this flicker, if you go back to the Wales video, it's a goddamn portal. Okay, but we was just looking at it from a different angle, and it was more like looking at a flat donut, and I could kind of see it in the air. You could clearly see it going round and round and round. Because we had to look. Look, that's perfect. Stop. Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing it and stopping it. You see just where the contrail is. And to truth be told, I don't know how many portals are up there. It looks like there's a few. It does. It looks like there's a few. As crazy as that sounds. But, you know, in all honesty, you play the clip from the start to finish, there is a lot of traffic coming through at the same time. This is Clapham Junction up there for UFOs. So yeah, it's an amazing video, Tony, and really what I'd like you to do is just keep filming. Anyone near any of these states in the US, anywhere south of these states, right across the border, I'd like you to get your phones out if you've got time and you're up for it. If you've got clear skies like this, get your phones out and just see what you capture, folks. Honestly, I'll try and break it down as best as I can for you, but we have got, in my opinion, portals here, and there's enough going on. Now, just in case anyone wondered why I was calling them fairies, look, folks, look at this one. Ah, look, I'm not saying it's a fairy. I'm not. I'm saying they look like fairies. And I don't know what these things are. I just don't know. Alright, to be honest with you, it could be one of a multitude of things that we've got going on up there. Um, let's do one final image through the AI enhancer. We should, right? Absolutely baffled, because this thing does seem to fly without changing shape too often, and I've seen a lot of these objects sort of they're sort of, rather than doing all this and moving through the air, they're just going and they're keeping their shape and their form to a degree, and they look like they're flying. I mean, this one looks like it's got wings, and well, use your imagination. I'm I'm trying not to be honest, because I'm getting fairy, but it looks like it's got wings and a body, and it. Look, put it this way. Put it this way, and this is where the deal breaker is for a lot of people that are going, look, it's just a bug, Rob. It's just a bug, Rob. How big are these bugs? Honestly, how big are these bugs? Because if you go back to the end of, what are we on? 52 seconds. If you go back to the start of the video, I'm not being funny, but Tony's on the ground. Look, he's on the ground. He's having to zoom all the way up. All the way up. Okay? How big are these bugs? How big is that bug meant to be? Folks, we know it's not a bird. Look, we know it's not a bird. There's no point saying, oh, it's a bird. It's no point, because we've got so much evidence and footage of actual birds coming through the clips. But how big is, if that's a bug, tell me what bug it is. If someone can say, look, that's this bug, it's native in that area, and it looks like this, and it does, and you know, what? Fine. If someone can do it, please put me at ease. Debunk this, but debunk it. But I'm with Tony Franklin in saying that it's something unexplainable. I'm going to push as hard as possible to try and find as much evidence like this as possible. As much evidence that we can connect to it, so that we can find out what it is, folks. And it might not, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying it's an unknown thing. And look. Whether you believe in UFOs, UAPs, fairies, whatever, this is pretty magical, right? This isn't your normal bugs that that we see in the skies. And what's amazing is there's UFOs there, and portals. I'm literally like I feel like I'm 80-20 that there's portals there. It's right at the end, folks. Right at the end. Look, damn. There's a flicker of light and it makes a circle. Wait for it. Now. See that? See that? Right at the end of the video. Obviously we've got this wicked orb that comes up as well. But that's my, you know, I've only just noticed this as well. But I just got that feeling there's a few of these up there. This one's massive. Look at it. And if you're still on the sideline with portals, go and have a look at the Wales UAP with the energy pocket and the jellyfish UAP. Just that's why it's important to watch all the videos, folks, because then you can connect the dots and try and make some sort of sense of what you're seeing, even though you don't know exactly what it is. You know that it's up there, it exists, and it's possible. And that's where your evidence is so important. This isn't my evidence. This isn't something I come up with. This is a chap that's decided to put his camera up in the sky to film contrails from a plane, of all things, and now he's realising he's capturing all sorts. And it's true, folks, it's true. These things have been around for a long, long time, and that's why people like Tony, other people can go back and look at their old footage and they'll find stuff. It's because it's always been there, folks. It's always been there. And if you agree with everything I've said, if you agree that you must know about these things, please subscribe to the channel. Support what I do. Support what the others are doing. It's really, really important that we show you guys everything and deliver the truth to the best of our ability. So thank you so much for your time, all. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Keep your eyes on the skies, cameras in the skies, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.